first.
We're streaming.
A little bit of.
Go
We're
for it.
streaming. Okay, great. Okay, so I want to praise Amin for a great sync that we had, especially discussing potential management styles that could improve our production. So that's really nice. I want to praise Yas for pushing so hard on the Regent Pool and all the Ichi stuff and trying to gather everybody. Such amazing coordination, getting everybody who needs to be in a room as soon as possible. Thank you so much, Yas. I also want to praise Santi for pushing forward the profile picture proposal and moving that along with very little guidance and just a pure initiative. Also, I want to praise Santi for the Burning Man profile pic work. That's really fun too. Oh no, maybe I should be timing as well. And I want to praise Ashley for coming back. And I can't wait to see her back in Costa Rica. And yeah, I'll just keep going. Oh, Rochelle for so much back-end work and always taking on extra work with such a smile and such a good attitude. And I'll pass it to Heather. Actually, no, Heather, I'll pass it to Lauren so then we can get the smoothie going.
Okay. Man, I was like, I didn't write my praise in the channel yet, so I'll just go in my brain. I'll praise Griff for coordinating all the RIPO things and reading and editing my forum posts. I will praise Sam for the awesome productive meeting on Give Power Smart Contracts. I want to praise Mitch for getting givebacks out. I want to praise Rochelle for cat herding on role proposals. I want to praise Ahmad for really valuable insights into comms and always just like coming up with new ideas and just like great on point things we should do. I want to praise Suga for the awesome Giveth Galaxy post. It's really coming along really well. I want to praise Sim for organizing the marketing meeting. I want to praise Katabi for pushing outreach on regen farms. I want to praise Todd for one-on-one back and forth bouncing ideas off of you for Give Power. I want to praise Mo and Tossin for working on the designs for Give Power. I want to praise oh my god, I don't know, man, now I'm like, who else do I praise? I want to praise Amin for getting the Call ETH region farm up super fast, and also Mateo for doing the front end for that. I also want to praise Chris for being really great at coordinating on all the params for regen farms, and I'll just leave it there and keep writing in the channel as I think of them. I'll pass it to Rodri. Oh no, Heather, because Heather wanted to go.
All right, so I'm going to send praise out to all of the people that I did check-ins with last week and this week, and the people that are included in that are in this call are Todd, Rainer, Yas, Katabi, and Mo, and plenty of others. And then I also want to give praise to Mitch, Katabi, and Todd, who all volunteered for different speaking opportunities around the world to help shill Giveth. I want to thank Ahmad for just our easy co-working relationship that we have. I want to praise Rochelle for all of her work with onboarding and offer letters, and I want to praise Griff for always being helpful and guiding a lot of our hiring direction. And I will pass it to Rodri.
Hi everyone. I want to praise Lauren for working with me in Give Power and explaining me everything in Spanish always. I want to praise Rochelle for always helping me in everything, administration. I want to praise Mo and Toseni for amazing teammates. I want to praise Marco always for always explain me everything and mentor me. I want to pass to Rominator.
Thanks, Rodri. My name is Vijay. Thank you so much. I'd like to praise Melody for giving me the courage to be here in front of all of you. And of course, I want to praise all of you in the team. I'm getting to know you. This is the first time I'm here for amazing work that you're bringing completely new perspective to the world and new perspective to help people. And we have a very similar mission in the philanthropic space, so I'm super happy to be here. So thank you. And with that being said, I'll pass it to Carlos, 96.
Thanks. Hey everyone, happy to be here. I'd like to praise, as usual, the dev team, Ali Reza, Amin, Mohammed, Mateo, Cherry, Ramin, and Mo for all the great work they do. Also, I'd like to praise Mohammed that he's been running me through GitHub actions and many deployment scripts. Freshell for being on top of role proposals. Kotabe for jumping to the API GIF that Mohammed did. Melody, Nicola, and Ashley for the project verifications. Welcome back, Ashley. Giant King for keeping the Discord safe. And yeah, there's more praise in the channel that I'll be putting, but thanks. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Thanks, Carlos. Thank you, guys. It's so great to be back and see all your faces. And there's so many new people that I don't know in this call, and I'm excited to get to know you. And I'm slowly going through all the layers of things and want to set up some sync calls coming up in the next week. So expect to hear from me, especially if you're my buddy. We'll be doing some review calls and have some syncs here soon. If you don't know me and want to sync and get to know me, let me know and we can have a call. But I want to praise all of you. It's amazing to see this team growing and to see all the things that are happening while I'm away. And I look forward to really digging in and seeing what's going on. So I will pass it to Santigs. Did you go?
Thank you. I want to give praise to Lauren for helping me with the type form, reviewing it, and tweeting it to everyone. I want to give praise to Nicola for her advice on the autopilot usage for contacting some of the projects. I want to give praise to Kotabe for the meeting he's arranging with ARC project. I want to praise Mateo for the conversations we've been having concerning the tech involvement on the project of the NFTs. And I want to praise Giveth for his help on MetaMask new version. And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Lots of phrasing for this week. I want to start with Kotabe and ArtSpark for trying to get NFTs donations on Giveth. It's going to be really cool if we integrate it eventually. I want to praise all the dev team for having a new release and pushing forward for the cold ETH Regent farm. I want to praise Lauren for working so hard on this as well and guiding us. I want to praise Ashley for coming back. I want to praise Santi for his PM work on the NFT integration as well. I also want to praise Ahmad for wondering about the analytics on the platform and maybe looking for a better way to do it that is not that centralized. I think I have many praise to give. I will type them down, but I will stop now. I'll pass it to, I'm not sure who's missing. Suga, have you gone? You're muted if you're talking.
Yeah, Suga, are you able to dish some praise? Then let's just toss it over to Tarek. Oh yeah, wait, Suga unmuted. Go for it, Suga. Oh no, Suga muted again. Okay, go for it, Tarek.
Yeah, thank you. I want to praise Lauren and Monique for their great follow-ups and being great PM. I want to praise Mohammed for AppyGive. I want to praise Carlos for authentication and authorization on microservices. I want to praise Amin for doing smart contracts as part of the region farm for calls. I want to praise Mateo for implementing front end of that. I want to praise Ali Reza for investigating and help me to improve structure of front end. I want to praise Ramin for fixed donation issues. I want to praise Mo Shahab for fixing IPFs issues. And I want to praise Ashley for getting back. That's my praises. I ask it to, I don't know.
Me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Me. You want to say hi? Okay. I hear you. I don't know if you can see us. We would like to praise Ahmad, Amin, Shirek, Fresha, Griff, Heather, Lauren, Melody, Monique, Moshab, Rodri, Ruminator, Santi, Todd, Yas, Ali Reza, Carlos, Giant Kin, Kotabe, Mateo, Mia, Ashley and Tosin. Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna pass. I know it's a little bit late. Who do I pass to? I pass it back to Griff. Thank you.
Thank you, Suga, and thanks for showing us the cute kids. Let's throw it over to Ahmed.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Really nice to see all of you, as always. I'd like to praise Moshe Hab. We got to meet in person today. That was super fun, and hopefully we can make a habit out of it. I'd like to praise Rochelle for all of her work on the work agreements and basically making a very smooth onboarding experience for everybody. I'd like to praise Kai for helping me with some issues that we had on the subdomain. I'd like to praise Sim for the great growth marketing workshop that we ran. I'd like to praise Heather and Monique for our sync calls earlier to help plan out our pipeline for hiring. And yeah, praise everyone else on the call. If I missed anyone, sorry, I'll put it in the chat. And let me pass it to Rochelle.
Hi everyone. So I'd like to praise Danny for facilitating the governance call so smoothly, Mo for being down to be Mio's buddy, Cherik for being Alirez's buddy, Lauren for being down to be Santi, Chadfi, Todd, and Steve's buddy, Ashley for being down to be Giantkin's buddy, Tosin, Griff, Giantkin, Heather for posting their role proposals in the forum, Todd, Mio, Mo, Alireza, Toraif, Chadfi, Santi, Jankin for recently joining the team. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here. Griff for hosting the past community calls so greatly. And I'll pass it to Yas.
Thanks. Hi everyone. So praises. I want to praise Griff, Giantkin, Amin, Todd, and Lauren for all the coordination and great work for the Rory Pool, the Angel Vault, and all the complicated things there. I want to praise Monique for a great intro call and giving me a long history about Giveth and how it evolved. I want to praise Kotabe for his great questions and curiosity on the governance calls about the Rory Pools and Angel Vaults. And I want to praise Heather for her regular check-ins. And I'll pass it to Melody. You haven't gone, right?
Great, thank you. I want to praise Claire for helping out with verification and her dedication to support projects. I want to praise Kotabi for contributing great ideas, also willing to help out with the Connect office hour. I want to praise Ahmed for always being supportive and resourceful and providing us with the list of projects that we want to contact. I praise Lauren for creating the onboarding project issue and initiating the collaboration on helping projects after they sign up. I want to praise Tosin for a great user research report. I want to praise Ashley for coming back, and I want to praise Rodri for designing the self-video guide, and I want to praise Nicola for great work on verification. And I want to praise Ruminator for coming here today to feature, do a community feature for us. I want to pass it on to Mia.
Thank you so much. No specific praises, but just in general for everyone who keeps showing up and keeps going with the project, and everybody who puts self-care first. And I'll pass it to Monique.
I want to thank you, Mia. I want to praise Ahmed and Heather for the checkup today. I want to praise Lauren for great communication and give economy managing. I want to praise Moshe for all the above things that he did. I want to praise Ashley for coming back. I want to praise all of my teammates in the development circle, Cherik, Metal, Ramin, Ali Reza, Amin, Mohammed, and Carlos and Metal for great hard work they did. And I want to praise Kotabe for helping me in lots of areas and giving very bright and insightful ideas. I want to praise Clara Z for providing the user box. I want to pass it to Todd.
Hey, thanks. I want to praise Heather and Rochelle for the onboarding and support, kind of getting oriented with the team. Same for Ashley and getting me kind of onboarded into the social metrics platform. Looking forward to having my meeting with you, Ashley. Yas for orienting me around the Regent Pool and the Itchy work, and Suga for communications. And Lauren for doing that exploration around Give Power and introducing me to kind of some of the nuances there. That is it. I will pass it to Tassini.
Hi everybody. So I want to praise Mo for being such a great guy to work with on Give Power and then also explaining a few things to me. I want to praise Ramin for implementing the field donation model. And I want to praise Lauren for our overview on Give Power. I want to praise Marco for his comments on Give Power design. I want to praise Monique for being such a great PM. I want to praise Rodri for being such a great teammate. So I'm passing it to Anas Ita.
Who did you pass it to?
Ita.
Ita.
Anas
Who's
77.
I don't know who that is. But I can pass it for you. I know Amin still needs to go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I want to praise Griff for the good call we had, and I want to praise Monique for his insight on the how we can organize a team and yeah, make it more productive. I want to praise Mohammed and Matthew for taking over the backend and front of the call is. I want to praise Yasmin for jumping in the issues of the Rory Pool and DeWalt. I want to praise Cherek for his coordination and improving the architecture of the front end. I want to praise Ali Reza for having good suggestion about improving the state management front end and improving the quality of the state, reducing managing the complexity that we have right now. I want to praise Carlos for creating the authentication microservices. I want to praise Mohammed for creating AppGive very fast. I want to praise Shahab for solving the IPFS issue. Yeah, and time is over. I'm sure I have missed many people. Is anyone missed? Todd, have you yet?
Todd went. I can pass it to you. There's not too many people left. How about Kotabe? Oh wait, is Kotabe here? Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, thanks. I'm not the classical pink mushroom anymore. Okay, well, I want to praise Ashley for coming back. I want to praise Heather for the amazing one-on-one. I want to praise Markup for bringing up D-Work. I think it's an amazing platform. I've been exploring with it, and maybe I'll push it forward. I want to praise Giant King for also the amazing Discord support. I want to praise Steve for leading the growth meeting. I want to praise Lauren, Suga, Ahmad, Jess, and Elisar for joining and contributing to this growth meeting. I want to praise Moenik for the one-on-one and for giving me so much guidance and advice and help in everything. I want to praise Mohammed for taking me through the Give API Give. It was amazing. I can't believe that I managed to do some things. I want to praise myself for the help always, and I'll finish. Well, I already wrote a lot on the Discord. Let me see. My man, Giant King, you have not gone, have you?
I have not. GM, everyone. I'd like to praise Griff, Amin, Pax, and Yas for all the Rari meetings and stuff we've been doing. Ashley for coming back and for being my buddy. And Freshell actually for helping me through the role proposal stuff, and that'll be ongoing. So I'll probably have more for that. And I'll pass it back to Griff because I don't know who's next.
I think there's only one left, and it's Moshe Hab. Yeah.
Thank you, Griff. I want to praise Ahmad for finally getting to meet him in person. He's even more great in person than you see him on the screen. I want to praise Amin for getting back and following up on my work on fixing the IPFS issue. Hopefully we don't have to deal with Giveth Trace downtime again. I want to praise Sky for a great DevOps meeting this week. And I hope he comes back this week more powerful. He's a little bit sick now. I want to praise Mike working on DevOps best practices document. And yeah, guys, I want to praise all of the dev team. God knows you guys put a lot of work. I want to praise you all. And that's it for me. Back to Griff.
Perfect. Thank you, Moshe Hab, and thank you all for the decentralized updates with praise. Always fun to hear what's going on in every corner of the Giveverse. Let's get this party started. Community call 113. That was praise, and so we're not we make sure that any praise that you want to dish, you actually write it down in the channel, write it down in Discord. We're not transcribing praise anymore. We kind of haphazardly were a little bit, but make sure to write down your praise so that it actually turns into points. Praise is not just a cultural tool. It's also actually a way that we reward people with give tokens. So especially be generous with your praise to people who don't go to these calls and are outside contributors so that we can spread the love. We are getting closer and closer to actually getting the reward system out. Mitch over is working in the TEC to get the reward system going over there, and so hopefully soon, once the TEC has it up and running and it's almost, and it looks like it's almost done, we'll start pushing it over here and give it too. So remember, praise will actually turn into give tokens, so be liberal with it. Yeah, and the other announcements, last chance to donate for that round 10 POAP. Don't forget, you got 24 hours to donate, otherwise you'll miss this round. And also, we have these two great type forms for feedback. So if you want to give feedback on any contributor, click this first type form, giveth.typeform.com/contributor. You can give feedback liberally to anyone at any time. You can be anonymous, whatever, and this feedback form will go to their buddy, and their buddy will deliver the feedback for you. So positive and negative feedback is always appreciated. And also, if you want to make your buddy reviews really strong, don't be shy. Go to the self-review type form and fill that out. And then make sure your buddy gets it so that you guys can have a great review system. And major praise to Freshell and everyone else who helped push this. Yeah, and we can start the working group section and start with the community circle. And I'm just going to throw it straight to Lauren for the communications working group.
Thanks, Griff. So in the comms circle, I mean, you haven't seen this, you probably have seen it, but have you guys seen this? It's so great. Griff is a meme. So they made a video out of Griff's talks, and it's so great. It like really sums up a lot of what we're Giveth and the comment stack and the TEC, and it's just, I mean, it's great. So anyway, that's pretty crazy. It's like it's really, really well loved in the space. So go take a look at it. I won't play the whole video right now, but go take a look at it if you haven't seen it. The link is right here. Also, in the world of comms, I mean, if you hadn't heard, there was a HoneySwap hack. So HoneySwap hack and back. So there was a couple of days where if you had used HoneySwap, it was actually like sending your funds to a malicious address. So we tweeted about that on a couple of days ago. And anyway, now it's back to normal. And so if you're on HoneySwap, make sure that you see at the bottom of the page. I think I opened up the tweet here. Make sure you see at the bottom of the page this quote. If it says that which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee, that it should be at the bottom of the page when you're using HoneySwap for any swapping. Keep that in mind. So also in the world want NFTs on Giveth. So Santi and I are collecting feedback on the point art integration, checking to see like if people would actually use this feature, who would be involved in it, who would be uploading art. So we tweeted out that survey. The survey's right here. So if it would actually be great even to have people who are in this call to fill out the survey. So check out the survey. Let us know if you have a project on Giveth, if you think your donors would like to be donating art, and if this feature would be well used, because that will really depend, like that feedback will sort of influence whether or not we actually want to push forward with it. Also, we tweeted out this great video of a talk that I gave at the Taoist Mexico. It was actually all in Spanish, so if you're Spanish speaking, you want to learn a little bit about Giveth, check out that tweet, check out that talk, and give it a reshare. Also, Mr. Bear and team and the Stonkies team have been working really hard on translating docs, so hopefully very soon we're actually going to have all of our Giveth docs translated into Spanish. This is just like a mega pull request submitted by Mr. Bear there. Also, Regen Farms, we're still looking for people to do Regen Farms. So I just recently tweeted about that on the Twitter. So share this tweet and with other Forga DAOs who might be interested in launching a Regen Farm to get more liquidity for their token. Givebacks round 9 is out. And as Griff mentioned, it's also the last day to donate to be eligible for Givebacks round 10. So check out that tweet, share it. If you haven't claimed your round 9 POAP yet, click on this link and you can go claim it there. And also, the comms team has been working really hard on this Giveth Donors 101 series. It's like a 101 level onboarding video series. Elizabeth blog post for, and Bod has been working really hard to edit and put descriptions on all of the YouTube videos. And we've got a POAP that, like, if you fill out a quiz and you get the questions right, you'll get a POAP for course. So really exciting. We're going to be publishing that soon, hopefully, as soon as we can get the blog post launched. And out. Also, the comms team is working really hard on this Giveth growth strategy. Major praise to Sim, who's been doing huge efforts and coordinating that, like breaking down our target audiences and coming up with ways of reaching those target audiences more systematically. And just wanted to mention also that Griff is going to be in Austin at the beginning of June, representing Giveth at the Consensus Conference. So that's just an FYI. If you want Griff to be shilling anything in particular, like send him some stickers or anything to do with that conference, reach out to him. Also, just wanted to welcome Todd. Man, this tweet got so engagement. Todd is happy to be part of Giveth, and we're so happy. Yeah, this just like filled me with warm fuzzies. So I just wanted to put it there on the slides as well in the realm of Giveth. That's all I got. So I will pass it to the Connect working group with I think Melody.
Yep, it's me today. So Connect, I'll just let Griff go to the slide. And so updates are, we have a next strategy session on May 24th. It's the same times as a Connect call. So at this time on Tuesday, so on the 24th. And we would love if you can come and attend this. So let us know if you want to. We're going to send you a Zoom link for that. For the current, like what we have done before, you can click on this link and take a look. And next is, sorry, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, here. Outreach. I continue to talk in conferences and stuff and talk with a lot of nonprofits in Europe and America, both, and finding out more about the Giveth product fits and or not fit, actually. And really finding out that, you know, like maybe Giveth, the product doesn't give enough support, especially in wallet management and fundraising success for the projects. So that's something that we really need to work on. And I'm talking to Popcorn, who finally is going to give a grant to some of the nonprofits that they have like they wanted to give, and I was trying to get them to give them on Giveth platform so that they can, you know, like they can get rewarded by giving a really big major giving on, you know, to their nonprofits. So I think that there's maybe something there, you know, if we can get more DAOs to involve to give grants, they could become major donors on Giveth. Project onboarding, Lauren has started the issue for the guide for projects after they sign up. And it's in the works, and Claire and myself are also going to work on it. And it's currently a major gap because there are lots of things to help them to sign up, but afterwards, it's something that is really important that they do their fundraising, they do all of these stuff, so that they can bring donors on board. Project office hours, so we're gonna offer Thursday morning Europe, Asia, mainly myself and Claire, and afternoon America time by Kotabi, hosted by the Connect Group members, so that project can come to the office hour. It's going to be every week, but probably alternate on the Europe and America's time. And so they can come and socialize with other projects and also ask questions and get answers, hopefully. Project success video, the request will go out to about 20 projects. So we're hoping to get some self-made videos as content. And our Connect group meeting notes are now centralized in the Notion. So if you want to take a look at what we have been talking about, you can go there. And upcoming, just ETH Barcelona, waiting to hear if we are in to do a workshop on donor feedbacks and motivation for social impact with Web3. That's it from me. Oh, and we are featuring Propel, which is a project on Giveth, who is already raising money, and also they are focused on creating nonprofit in South America. So it's I think it's a great fit, and we'll hear more from later on.
Nice. And I think next is Kotabe to take it on, to throw up a builder's update.
Yes, thanks, Griff. Thanks, Melody. Great work you're doing. Anyways, builder's update. I'll be quick. We had a call with ArtSpark, which is AI-generated NFTs. Hani is amazing. Like he really wants to start supporting Giveth projects. He said like, okay, just send me donation.eth address, and I'll just get it into the contract already. Like he's super up for it, and it will be, I think, an amazing integration. He's still on testnet in Ringabee, I believe, but he's super ready to start collaborating with us. I want to have them on the community spotlight next week. Anyways, Giveth info. The proposal is on the garden, so please vote. Check it out. Refi token engineering. It will be super nice to be a sponsor of Refi token engineering program. So this is coming soon to the forum. Yeah, most likely at the end of this week, start of the next week. So yeah, that's the builder's update. Thank you, Griff. Back to you.
Thanks, Kotabe. Always great to see the update of Giveth outside of the Giveth community. That's super cool. Or outside of the Giveth core team. So platform circle. Let's get this party started with development working group. Who wants to take it? Amin, Monique?
I can take it. Thank you, Griff. Yes, we have versions in both front end and back end last week. And on the front end version, we have called it vision forms ready for testing and staging. We kind of have improved donation flow for failed and pending donations. Right now, we have a problem, and we can now communicate the user in a better way that the transaction is failed or not going through. We add all errors monitoring to Sentry to track all errors better. And we started investigating on estates management things that boost or performance of the front end side. And we did some bug fixes to improve UX. On the backend side, now we have API-Give, MVP, and admin side ready. It's on a staging still, but with only 3 web services. The structure is ready, so everybody can take and create new services from our core team or outside of team. And it has a different repo so everybody can jump into it. Mohammed did a great job with improved donation flow. We totally changed the web services behind the donation flow on saving and also updating the donations. And we're currently listening to the Web3 events and have more insights over what's happening in the network. And as I said, Cult ETH region farms had some backend changes that we did on this backend version. And Carlos finished the automated test of the authentication microservices, and it's ready to go. Back to you, Griff. Thank you.
Thank you. And actually, it looks like we've hit our limit, so we'll have to turn off our videos so that other people can come in. We're over capacity, and we lost the power of video. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you can turn off your videos, and then everyone else can get into the call. And let's while that's happening, let's get this party started in the Give Economy Working Group. Lauren, do you want to take it away?
Oh, I sure do. Cool. So, yeah, Monique just mentioned it, but the Cult ETH regen farm is ready for testing. So if you want to test it, like test the APR, et cetera, DM me or Amin, and we can send you the test Cult tokens, and you can get help support us. It would be really awesome to get a few more people on testing that. Also, Give Power, Design, and Contracts, and we're figuring out the delegation stuff. I had a meeting with Sem this morning, and we went through all of the components. The design is like just so close to being done at this point. There's like just the tiniest little changes that are still ongoing, but really, really close to having it finished. We're also working on this Regent Pool. So the Regent Pool, there's going to be a bunch of forum posts coming up about that. I just posted one yesterday, which is talking about setting up a multi-sig that will control the collateral for the Regent Pool. So anyway, we're working on figuring out how, if it's feasible to reward Fey depositors with a give stream, and we are working out the people who are going to be on the multi-sig and if we're setting it up, and then there's going to be more forum posts coming out about that. So stay tuned forum for all the details on the Regent Pool. We are going to be actually adding something to the Give Farm front end, which will be like a farm card where people can put in Fey and then they can earn rewards. So that's going to be happening on the development side as well, coming up pretty soon. We've also been doing some Regent Farms outreach. Praise Katabi for keeping all of that like organized and in check. We're talking with Colony and Opolis. So we don't have anything that's like very close to becoming a Regent Farm at this point, but still ongoing outreach. Also, retroactive givebacks are coming pretty soon. There was a little bit of finding out that we did miss some donations when we were doing the initial organization of it. So because they didn't have the price data. So praise Mohammed for going in and adding all that price data in there. Hopefully we can get the retroactive givebacks out coming pretty soon. On the research side of things for the Give Economy, there's still that forum post up there about the Angel Vault and like, you know, should we send the fees to donation.eth or gift.eth, but I'm pretty sure it's settled at this point. Anyway, that forum post is still up there, so if you wanted to check out the params and any of the information on how that Regent Pool was designed, there's the link to the video where we were discussing them as well, so take a look at that. Token swaps, the Fox Give token swap snapshot has passed, so awaiting next steps there to actually make that happen, and same with the Gnosis snapshot. It passed, I think, with like unanimous approval that we should definitely do this. We're also doing outreach and doing token swaps with Fey, GTC, and then many other ones that I just put up there that I'm like not really sure if we're really going to do them. Fey and GTC are seeing the most likely in the near future. Also, this forum post about extending the farm is up there, and there's a little bit of like debate about like which pools we should be incentivizing and if we should change any of them and like for how long. So weigh in on that if you're interested in extending the Give Farm after its set end date at the end of June of this year. Also, oh my God, this and market, guys, ouch, things are looking pretty bad. So anyway, we also discussed like what the hell is going on with UST. UST lost its peg. That's been like pretty traumatic for people. So this was a really interesting Twitter thread of somebody, a big representative from UST, kind of explaining like what they're doing to try to regain the peg, etc. That's all I've got for the Give Economy madness, and I will to Design Working Group.
Okay, design. So, Give Power, we're still working on Give Power. We are rounding up and trying to make everything perfect. And you can go through the Figma link and at least see the design. And if you have any feedback, just drop a comment, tag Mo or I, and then we'll take a look. And then we are still also working on giveback user flows. We are trying to make givebacks more intuitive to people donating and making a general overview. And instead of just making a bit, basically we're trying to make givebacks more intuitive for every user. And then we are also making improvement, identifying issues created from based on the usability reports and implementing each issue, making design solutions based off these issues. And also I appreciate everybody who took part in the usability testing session, and then you contributed a lot to this. And yeah, basically we are also trying to identify any other aberrant design issues, solve them, improve the UX, general UX flow, and that's all for design. Passing to the governance cycle.
Hey, thanks, Tassi. Yeah, so governance circle, let's just dive straight into it. There is, we meet on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. in Europe. There is some vacation happening. We got Lauren's taking vacation tomorrow. Mitch is half-time right now. And Ramin is off for a couple of weeks, which is awesome. And Mo Saidi is off a little bit next week, so that's pretty great. Praise to everyone who takes vacation. It's much needed. This is nonstop over here in the crypto space. And as far as the governance working groups, what's the action? As always, make sure to do your buddy review calls. No shortage of buddies out there, so definitely get those calls in. Ideally next week. There's a lot of buddies, and so there's a lot of buddy review calls. And there's a bunch of interesting forum posts up there. The HR upgrade has a nice comment by Lauren. What do we do for raises? How do we what's the approach for giving raises as a decentralized organization? So you feel free to make comments there. But the big action out of the HR upgrade forum post is that it's time to make role proposals, and there are so many up there. I really would beg for as many people as possible to take the time to just read role proposals and comment on them. Give love when you can. It's a awesome opportunity for positive vibes. Also, there's a big debate on how do we do vesting for future vesting for the core team. So definitely get in on that. We have the ETH Barcelona sponsorship. Actually, the vote's already up in the gardens, but there's still some extra interesting comments, especially one from the organizer of the conference, Manu. So definitely check that out. Extending the Give Farm. I think Lauren already mentioned it, but definitely check out that. There's a forum poll going on for extending the Give Farm that's worth checking out. And also, Ben's made a great comment on updating the Give Garden Covenant. So there'll be a Tau voting vote for that. And actually, this is something that I want to show off. There is a Dow vote in Aragon to donate to Unchained Fund on Giveth. It's winning, but if you have any ANT, this is a great opportunity to support their choice of donating through Unchained Fund through Giveth, and it's dominating, of course, as it should be. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, we're hiring. We're especially hiring rock stars. So if you know anyone who's just epic, definitely consider bringing them into the team. If they want to get into the crypto scene and especially the crypto philanthropy scene, there's no better place than Giveth. So definitely invite them to come. We're looking for lead QA and testers. We're looking for a comms lead. We're looking for senior Solidity developers. We're looking for UI designers. We're looking for DAO proposers, people who can cat herd, and delivery managers, product managers. We're looking for support in organizations. So If you know anybody of that you think should join the team, definitely have them apply. Giveth.recruitee.com. And our recent hires this month were, and so if you see these guys around, definitely send them some love. We got Benz, we got Santi, Ali Reza, Todd Y, and Steve, all of which are already contributing huge. So welcome to the team. Send them extra special love when you see them around. And next, we have the Dow Working Group, and I think this is Freshell, right? Freshell, did you want to take it?
Yeah, sure. So updates on the Dow Working Group is that 1.5 million give has been sent to the Shapeshift multisig, and of course role proposals. So in the NR give, there are role proposals there for Lauren, Ahmad, Marco, and my role proposal. So if you have NR give tokens, please go and vote. And in the Give Garden, there are 3 current active proposals there. So if you have some gives, take in the Give Garden. So please vote for the Giveth Info Analytics tool, and also the sponsorship for the 8th Barcelona, and the launch for the design phase for the PFP collection. And in the multisig, nothing for now, and also in the snapshot. And I'll give it back to you, Griff.
Thank you, Freshell. It's so cool to see you take over for Mitch there. And yeah, and we have an awesome community spotlight tonight. It's Propel, and I don't know if Melody, if you might do a better job at introducing than I can, if you want to introduce Ruminator and crew.
Yeah, definitely. So I got to know Propel because I was also like volunteering with them to helping them to get their case support and finding stakeholders. And they are actually providing fellowships for nonprofits in South America to help them with digitalization. So I'll let them talk more about that. But I think is really interesting is that there is a gap in education for projects in South America or in the rest of the world for to make them more successful, like either digitalization or fundraising or any kind of capacity building. I think that they could potentially be really great for the projects on Giveth as well. So I'll let Ruminator take over and do a presentation of their project. And it's already verified, I think a few months ago, and already raising money on Giveth's platform. Okay, Ruminator.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thanks. I want to extend gratitude to Melody and Griff for having me here. So just being in this call for this last 15 minutes has been eye-opening for me. I'm a believer now, and like there are people supporting cheerleading for projects like this, ours, to be successful. So thank you so much, Melody. How do I do I just share screen and just present?
Yeah, you just share your screen, and then it will pop up, and people can watch that stream.
Okay, give me 1 second. So I'm trying to and then I go straight. Can people look at my screen stream?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Super. Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to Propel. We are Propel. We are funnily a nonprofit helping other nonprofits. And let me start our story by introducing one of the nonprofit leaders that we work with. So Tanya, you see here on the right, she's from La Guajira in Colombia, in a rural part. And she's a nonprofit leader working to keep indigenous children at school in rural Colombia. And it sounds easy. However, she's doing this in a region where there is the highest political instability now, highest income inequality, and the biggest talent gap. And also where the markets have failed to really help these children. Just to give you an important statistic there, 3 out of 5 children who miss school globally in the last 2 years are from Latin America. And that's what makes Tanya a rock star, right? And she has been recognized by Obama Foundation, and she's an Obama Fellow, and she's recognized by the United Nations as a young leader. So all these amazing, amazing things, right? Unfortunately, here's the bad news. Leaders like Tanya who are fighting this education crisis with innovative solutions will cease to exist by 2025. Frustrating. Why? Why is this happening? Right? So two things. One is lack of capacity, and the second is lack of capital. Under capacity, I've spoken to over 100 nonprofits in the region. The top three things usually are lack of technology, network, and talent. So these people use less than 5% of them use good technology tools to be efficient. And then when you talk about network, most of the nonprofits who raise almost $1 million in budget are graduating only from the top business schools in the US or Europe. And talent is a huge gap in the region. 1 in 2 private sector companies can't find people with the right talent. So think about the social sector. And on the capital side, it's even more abysmal in the sense the regional philanthropic giving is almost non-existent. It's 0.2% of the GDP compared to 8% here in the US. And even in India, I checked this morning, it's about 9%, right? And when you talk about US foundational giving, for every $8 that goes to Europe and Africa, $1 or less than $1 goes to Latin America as a region, right? So the situation is really dire, but don't worry, right? We are going to take care of one part of this. We have to solve this together, and I'm going to look at all of you to see how you can help on the other side. So we got the capacity part. So Propel, here's what we do. Propel is a digital transformation fellowship. Some people call it an accelerator. So we build the capacity, the digital capacity for these nonprofits to broaden their reach and to boost their financial sustainability. And why digitalization, right? There is solid evidence from Salesforce and other reputable organizations saying digitization enhances efficiency, allowing these nonprofits to do more with less. It's clearly better program management, much better communication with their donors and stakeholders, and a 40% growth in funding. That's amazing once they start to become more digitally mature from being barely tech-enabled using spreadsheets to using more advanced systems. Now, who do we target, right? How do we, first step in all of this process is first for us to find amazing nonprofits from South America. So we select growth stage nonprofits working on proven solutions. We look for leaders with a growth mindset, like a relentless drive to create a change movement in Latin America. And somebody who's worked for 3 to 7 years, who's doing good job on the ground. And the areas we are focusing are based on the needs in the region. Like, as I said, the talent gap with all the $20 billion in venture capital money going into Latin America, the tech space, they don't have talent to support it. So STEM education, teacher training, teachers are completely scarce, and socio-emotional learning for the kids that are really going to cope with all the stress. And finally, when you look at our cohort, the first 2 cohorts, we run our fellowship in cohorts of 12. 90% are women leaders, 50% serve rural beneficiaries, and we already have people from 7 underrepresented Latin American countries. Not Argentina, not Chile, but even others as well, right? So what's the program? I'm just going to give you a quick snapshot, which we are very short on time here. So we've been very fortunate to partner with McKinsey over the last year, and we offer the training in Spanish, which is very important. Most of the content out there is in English, and for them to use technology and data, the whole program is given in Spanish. So the program is 10 weeks, and every nonprofit walks out with a digital action plan for their own organization. And we specifically, our topics focus around data analytics, adoption of CRM, and digital marketing. And to support all of this, to build their confidence, we also give them interpersonal coaching. And we set up mastermind groups so they can form small boards within themselves in the cohort, so they can continue supporting themselves as a community going forward, right? So the 2 things that always stands out for me is they've said is it gives them the confidence and the clarity after this program to adopt technology. They don't fear, they lose the fear to digitize. And the result speaks for themselves, right? We have a 90+ NPS, 90% completion, and people are even willing to pay. So that's really good news. Now, let me show you some real impact, right? How do we measure impact at Propel? So we focus on 3 impact metrics, right? Outcomes related to digital maturity, financial sustainability, and partnerships. So I've just thrown in some examples on this slide. I'm just going to talk about digital maturity and financial sustainability. As you can see, I don't expect you to read all of that, but the first one, the nonprofit is in Peru. They work with early education. They're called Viva Valores. And through our program, they were able to build an application on top of the Twilio platform to scale their WhatsApp communication with teachers. And the second one, Cantaya, they had Salesforce license sitting on their desk for a whole year. But when we came in, they were able to build Salesforce CRM with their team completely transition from spreadsheets and start using the CRM so they could personalize donor communications and access more funders. And finally, for another nonprofit in Honduras, we were able to connect them with a new funder from our Stanford network so they could go raise more money. So finally, this is the sexier part is the partnerships, right? Our community really, we thought this was going to happen much later, but it's already happening. It fosters partnerships between these nonprofit leaders, and they can do joint projects for increasing education funding. So Jaime and Katia, one from Peru, one from Honduras, are now partnering together with their solutions to train 100 new teachers in Honduras. And Henry, who's in Colombia, and Tanya in Colombia, they're jointly submitting a proposal to the World Bank IDB for a $500,000 proposal, right? So these partnerships, as you can see here, what's happening here between, we are building a very powerful flywheel for this nonprofit sector in Latin America. It's starting with the capacity building, the community building, and channeling the capital. This flywheel, once it starts spinning, it's going to be amazing. So again, of course, we don't want to stop here, right? We know we started small. We took a very bottom-up approach to understand where we're going, but we really want to be able to democratize the content. So in 2022, we start small with just nonprofits focused on education, and we are giving these 2 cohorts of fellowship program. And by end of this year, we'll have supported about 36 nonprofits. But later this fall, we're going to start putting a concept for a micro-learning platform where there could be more asynchronous learning. And that's where it becomes really interesting. That flywheel that I was talking about is going to start spinning faster, and people can learn at their own time. These nonprofit leaders and their teams don't have the time, and it could reach many, many more nonprofits, right? Think about Section 4 for the business education and apply that for digital transformation for nonprofits in South America. That's the dream here, right? And also by 2024, at least for another 2 years.
This is amazing, Ruminator. This is incredible. I will say we are over time, so if you could wrap it up in like 60
all
seconds,
right.
it'd be amazing.
60 seconds, that's all I need. Thank you. All right, so that's our team. We have amazing people on the ground, Mafe, Maria Sierra, and Claudia from Peru. That's a team. This is where you come in, guys. This is where your community comes in to help Propel. Of course, we're raising grants of $350 for this cycle to support program and technology infrastructure. We would love to have some of you come into our program and teach people, be their mentors, have workshops on NFTs and crypto philanthropy. And finally, we could use your help and love for showcasing Propel and maybe even our portfolio of nonprofits on the Giveth platform. So I'll stop there. Thank you so much. It's been amazing to present to you all.
Thank you, Ruminator. Incredible project, and praise Melody for bringing you in to give the spotlight. And thank you all for coming to the Giveth community call. We'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Ruminator.
Thank you.